Good afternoon. Welcome to the Mind of STEM channel. My name is Leon Jones. On this channel, you're going to get a lot of information about STEM. I'm going to talk about construction. I'm going to talk about civil engineering, agronomy, computer science, but I'm going to do a lot more on construction projects, project management, since I have worked in project management for about 30 years. Now, today's video, I'm going to talk about change orders. It's very important that you understand change orders. So, this video, I'm going to talk about why change orders are needed for construction projects. Why change orders are needed for construction projects. Now, first of all, what is a change order? Well, basically, in project management or construction management, a change order is a component of the change management process in which changes in the scope of work or project brief. Now, it's agreed to by the client, contractor, and architect because they're part of the project management team. Now, a change order is work that is added or deleted from the original scope of a contract, which alters the original contract and or completion date. Now, a change order may force a new project to handle significant changes to the current project. Now, also, a change order is not only going to change the scope of the project, but it's going to either raise or lower the amount of the original contract that was bid. Now, change orders are most common on very large projects because there are more entities or activities on larger projects. Now, when it comes to change orders, you have to understand the scope of work. So, after the original scope or contract has been formed, complete with the total price to be paid and the specific work to be completed, a client may decide that the original plans do not best represent his or her definition for the finished project. So accordingly, the client or owner will suggest an alternate approach. Now, when that happens, there's going to be a change order. Now, common causes of change orders to be created are, number one, the project's work was incorrectly estimated. Now, when I talk about incorrectly estimated, they may not have enough quantity for the project. In other words, they're going to be overruns of quantities. Now, number two, the client or project team discover obstacles or possible deficiencies that require them to deviate from the original plan. In other words, you may have an underground storage tank that has to be taken up by the contractor, but they didn't notice that when the contract was first bid. That's known as an unforeseen field condition. Now, number three, the client or project team are inefficient or incapable of completing their required deliverables within budget, and additional money, time, and resources must be added to the project. Number four, during the course of the project, additional features or options are perceived and requested. Number five, the contractor looks for work items to add to the original scope at a later time in order to achieve the lowest possible base bid price, but then add work items and feedback onto the original contract once they have been appointed. This is called an exploitative practice. Now, usually when it comes to construction contracts, your mobilization, those items, they're front loaded into the contract. So the contractor gets paid because it takes 30 days for the contractor to get paid. It usually takes 30 days. It could take longer. But when you deal with a change order must go through the process. Now, a project manager basically generates a change order that describes the new work to be done or not done in some cases and the price that's going to be worked up for the new work. Because again, the change order is going to change the original contract price. Say if you bid a contract at $1 million and they have to add a change order for $500,000. Now the new contract is $1,500,000. Now, once the change order is submitted and approved, it generally serves to alter the original contract price such that the change order now becomes part of the contract. Now, a lot of contractors love change orders because it helps them make a lot more money. Now, some of the items that require a change order are errors and omissions. This is where you get to the designer part because there was part of the design that wasn't in the contract, but it should have been in the contract. A design error. Sometimes the designers don't quote their quantities of materials that the contractor is going to need for a project. But either way, when it comes to change orders, they are significant when you're dealing with construction contracts. Now, another item that is also mentioned is contractors do request time extensions. And when that happens, a contractor must utilize a change order. Now, again, the change order goes through a process that it must be approved. Now, when you do change orders, as a project manager, you must write out specifically why you need the change order. And what I mean, let's say if you have an overrun on piping, you'll write out what this change order is needed because the original contract did not include that 75 linear feet of 18-inch RCP was needed for this contract. Therefore, we have to utilize a change order to add additional quantities to complete this item under the original contract. Then you have to fill in, is this contract going to affect the time? Basically, when you deal with a change order, it's who, what, when, why, where, and how, because you have to have the location. But each time you utilize a contract or you have a contract, there are going to be change orders, no matter how big or small. But when you have change orders, they must be accurately stating the fact why you need to implement a change order. And the reason why this happens is you're either adding or deleting money from the original contract. And that's my commentary on this edition of the Mind of STEM. Thank you for listening. Please like, share, and subscribe to this brand new channel because this information is very educational. And if you are interested in going into the field of construction, contact your local community college or a 4-year college or university. Thank you for listening to the Mind of STEM. Once again, my name is Leon Jones. I'm out.